Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the Woodridge Parents Podcast, episode number 23.
23.
My name is Daniel Staley. This is my beautiful and lovely wife, Kelly.
Hello.
Oh, it's quite a day today.
Yes. I just made him laugh before we started taping. That's why his little giggles right now.
As always.
All the crazy things I say.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, sweetie.
How are you?
I'm good.
How was church today?
It was good. Just the same. The usual, yeah. We saw a couple of Danny's friends there, he was waving. I'm like, what are you doing? Just like pay attention, And I see him kind of like giving like the little smiley thing that he does, and like his arms going. And then I look over, I'm like, oh, there's one of his friends. Yeah. There's one of the girls in this class. I'm like, Danny, you could talk to her tomorrow, but Mom, she's not in my class. I'm like, I think you'll manage. He
was rizzing up the girls, as he likes to say.
He didn't say he was going to flex on anyone right now, because I was probably going to lose it on him.
That's their big thing now, because they do some exercises with us now every day.
Oh my God.
So they've been doing push-ups and sit-ups and squats every morning. So now all they want to do is flex on the girls.
Yeah. Like even before we started taping, Danny goes, Mommy, can I have some apples? I'm like, yes, you can have some apples, but only the apples I put in your little bowl. Yeah. The last time we come back upstairs and he ate the whole thing.
Like a whole large container of sliced apples.
And again, I know I should be happy. We should be happy because there's not anything else, anything bad he's eating. He's only eating apples. Yeah. But that was right before we went for Mother's Day dinner. Remember? Yeah. That was last week.
He ate the entire thing.
Very easily.
I mean, thankfully, they don't really eat too much garbage. They love crackers and cheese and yogurt and apples.
Yeah, and we really can't complain. We really can't. And the best thing is that my parents always go food shopping on Tuesday. They're like, okay, you guys pick up some more apples and some other stuff. I'm like, thank you so much.
Yeah. That actually kind of came up at pickup the other day. We were talking, and fast food came up. Mm-hmm. And most of the other parents were shocked that our boys have really never eaten fast food before. I mean,
on occasion, if we're on a little bit of a road trip when they're hungry, when we came back, but not really.
That was one time.
One time they
on
didn't
the way
like
back from Vermont, and we gave them McDonald's McNuggets.
I thought they would like it,
and they didn't like it.
Yeah, they had a couple of fries, and then that was it. I think.
It was kind of crazy, to be completely honest.
We're like, what?
They did not want to eat it at all.
Yeah.
And then they've had Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is pretty good.
That's different though. I feel Chick-fil-A is kind of on another level.
Yeah.
I love Chick-fil-A. We didn't have that in forever.
I agree. But they've never had McDonald's other than one time, never had Burger King, never had Wendy's.
Wendy's one time. Remember when we were coming back from we were trying to go to what's the place? Chili's, remember? And we never got waited on or whatever, and then we did it. It was really late.
They really didn't eat almost they didn't they ate all of it.
They gave more apples.
It's crazy. I mean, kids their age shouldn't be eating that trash. It's poison, dude.
I know. And honestly, I get a belly unless it's Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A I'm okay with. Yeah. But unless it's that, I get a bellyache afterwards. I really do.
Yeah, it's kind of sad watching these kids eat this stuff and
they won't sleep.
They won't sleep.
They won't sleep.
Have good bowel movements. They're going to get addicted to that stuff too.
I know. That's why I'm happy. We just, listen, sometimes we order out here and there, but we usually do a lot of the cooking.
It's generally the same places that we order out of,
Yeah.
Hibachi. We'll get the pizza and stuff like that, but we make a pizza at the house a lot lately.
I know. Do I know what? I think next week, if we're going to do making the pizza, I want to get those other ones that we got. Those bigger ones. They didn't have them? Okay.
I think we can order pizza next week because we've been making pizza for 2 weeks now. Well, we had that big jar of sauce, so we wanted to make sure to use it.
But no more buying mozzarella sticks. I'm getting those other mozzarella sticks from the store.
Yeah,
it's a lot cheaper and they're just as good.
Yeah,
I tried to make mozzarella sticks last week. I really tried, but you're supposed to freeze them first. Yeah, me making them not really a good thing. But the thing too, because we're supposed to freeze them. Yeah. Remember? And I just made it like I would a chicken cutlet.
Yeah.
And it tasted okay afterwards.
No, they were pretty yummy, to be honest.
I put some extra grated cheese in there too to kind of make it a little bit more,
zesty.
Zesty, thank you, zesty. But when I put it in the air fryer, I was like, oh, this is not good. It smelled great, but it's not going to go good.
It tasted good. They just kind of mushed up a little bit.
Yeah, but
it was good.
It was everyone still ate them. So I mean, we didn't waste anything.
Absolutely.
But in the future to save money and to kind of make things a little bit easier, I'm just gonna get those farm fresh ones that come in the in the frozen section, and they came out really good. They actually kind of tasted the same too.
Yeah.
So I mean, just to kind of save some money sometimes.
Even like working the food stand at the T-ball game yesterday, like it was crazy to me how many people were buying like candy and chips and wanted to buy like chicken fingers and mozzarella sticks at like 9:15 in the morning.
I know.
Like it was unbelievable, and you're setting these kids off on a terrible path.
I agree.
Of which I was on for a long time. Like we know better now. Like there's really no excuse anymore of giving these kids this trash.
I mean, listen, once in a blue moon, okay, but not all the time.
You could tell by looking at some of these kids, it's not once in a blue moon.
Yeah, I know. Like even like when my parents were there with John, like they never give them candy. I mean, maybe like a bagel, which
bagel,
is
pretzel,
a pretzel.
whatever.
That's okay. You know what I'm saying? But
it's like, listen, I'm not one. We're kind of really working hard to get into a shape we'd like to be in.
Well,
I still have a ways to go.
Absolutely, me too.
It's just. You look at the parents and then you look at the kids, and it's really unfair to the kids because they don't have a choice in this situation.
I know.
They're pretty much just eating whatever they've been given.
Well, I can see that too. Like even like when, you see kids have their snacks in school. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you. Like our boys, they have the same thing to eat every single day.
Of course.
They do. I mean, like Johnny has 3 eating periods because pre-K4. Daniel only has 2, but like if I don't give Danny exactly what he has he'll be like, Mom, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, like he has his organic yogurt, the little tube, he has a cheese stick, and he has the unsweetened applesauce and some crackers, whatever, for snack every day. For lunch, he has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He has apple slices, another cheese stick, and an occasional, maybe he has like a little bit of goldfish, but we're actually out of goldfish now, or those little like cheese crackers. But like again, there's no sugar. You know what I'm saying? There's no like sugar in it. And with John too, like he has the same thing pretty much, but the only thing I add onto his is that he likes the pear slices. So I cut up pear slices because he has an extra period in the afternoon that they eat for pre-K4. So that's what he has. But they have everything the same. He likes the cut up grapes, the pear slices. So like when they say, "Oh, Mommy, can I have apples?" I can't really say no. Right, I'm like, okay, no problem.
Yeah, it's great. Like, are there a lot of kids that eat like sugary
they'll have
nonsense for snacks?
Yeah, I mean like fruit by the foot, like stuff like that, like the Rice Krispies treats. And again, like as an educator, I know what those foods can do to the child early in the morning.
Their glucose spikes must be out of this world.
And then people wonder why, like, they're not able to pay attention. They're not able to sit in their seat, I mean, listen, Danny has enough attention, has enough energy as it is. He doesn't need any extra energy. You know what I mean?
Well, but see, that's the thing. It's not even real energy.
No, it's just like a high and then you go down. Exactly.
And then you just drop.
Yeah. And like I work, again, this has been like over the years, just kind of like seeing different things. I'm not saying it's this year's class or whatever, but it's just like kind of over the years of everything going on. And but then you have those parents too that send like the fresh fruit, the good like Greek yogurt, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can see how that fuel like really affects them with their learning. You know what I mean? Especially for the little ones, because it's hard for them to sit in their seat as it is. You know what I mean? And I've taught pre-K4, kindergarten. I've taught first grade before. I've taught second grade. Like, I know, like, it's very hard, but there are certain times where you have to sit in the seat. You have to be focused. You can't, I can't be like the clown running around and, like you have to be focused, because as they get older, it's going to be a lot more independent skills that they have to do. And if they don't do it now, or even just learn how to cope with it now, they're just setting them up for failure.
Yeah. I mean, I really think a lot of the food that we ate growing up and the food that people give kids now it's a large reason why we have all these issues with the ADD, probably even the autism. Like we're just doing terrible things to the food just because it's cheap, and things that other countries don't do.
I know.
That's like, it's a big thing that people are like, oh, I went to Italy and I ate all this pasta and I felt great. It's like, yeah, because it's not filled with poison.
Well, we started having the organic pasta, and I feel it actually took me a while to find in a shop, right? Yeah. And again, because I didn't go to our normal store, I wanted to make it a little bit quicker, and it took me a while to find that organic pasta. Yeah. But I mean, it tastes better, and you don't feel like just like cruddy afterwards. You know, I even found organic tomato basil sauce too, because I couldn't. Again, I wasn't at the regular store, so I didn't really have our other real brands or whatever. But I just wanted to. Again, if it's going to cost a little bit more money, I'd rather cost a couple more dollars for it to be better for the family. You know what I mean?
Pay for it down the line.
Exactly. And I mean, like, we do exercise all the time, you know? I mean, like, tonight I have to be, like, laying down by, like, 9 o'clock because I got to be up by 4 to do jujitsu with, you know, Bud. And, you know, like, it's a very busy week, but, like, you really, really have to dedicate the time to, again, organize what you're going to do. Like, my brother is great for that. Like, right now, he is making his whole week full of food. He has since like he lived in like my parents' house, he did the same exact thing. The only difference is that my mom would make him all the chicken like in one big thing, and then like he would like separate it and stuff like that.
That's the thing though, like making chicken on Sunday and then eating that on Friday, that's like.
But I mean, it's still good. Or what he does too, he has
that and then freezing some of it.
I'm not sure. I don't really know what he does anymore. I know that he had that George Foreman grill thing.
Yeah,
that he would do. Yeah, like that he would do. But I know like his schedule is crazy too because he goes to the gym at like 5 o'clock in the morning too, and he doesn't get home till 4-ish. And then with our nephew, you know, kind of going over the place with that type of stuff. So he needs to have everything. If he wants to eat correctly, he has to do everything on Sundays. And he's been doing that for like 20 years. If not longer than that. You know what I mean? He'll do the brown rice. He'll do the broccoli. He'll do the grilled chicken. Like he'll do all of that. And that's what he'll eat.
Brown rice, huh?
Yeah.
I keep hearing things going back and forth on brown rice, whether it's actually good for you or not.
He you know, he might have switched it up by now. But again, that's what he used to do like back when he was living with me and my parents. No, I get it. You know? But
interesting. Scotty boy. He is pretty yoked. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and you know, he always took care of himself. He's
gonna be mad if I get up to a less weight than him now. Because I think we're like he said that like on one of the dinners, Easter dinner, I guess. We were talking, I was like, oh, I'm like 205 now. He's like, oh yeah, that's about what I'm at.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh there, buddy.
But you know, it's just have to dedicate. You have to commit to it.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely true because you can't eat garbage and then force your kids to eat good stuff. Yeah. They're going to see what you eat, and that's what they're going to want to eat.
Because even like tonight, since I'm up so early in the morning, when they come back, I'm back by around maybe like 6:15, 6:20. Like I don't have that extra time to really make the kids like, you know, like really organized too well. So I've been at nighttime, even if I don't get up early in the morning to do jiu-jitsu, I just make their lunches beforehand, not their sandwiches, because I can just do a sandwich in the morning. That's that's really I like to make it a little bit fresh for them for that. But like if I don't do it like at night, then it's just chaos in the morning, especially when you have to go to work early. You know. Yeah. They do behave a lot better for me when you're home on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. Because then on Tuesdays to Thursdays and Fridays, crazy mom comes out and they start screaming at them.
I bet you do.
But, you know, but even for myself, like when I go to school, you know, I go home to my parents' house for lunchtime. My mom has tuna fish ready for me with a salad, or, you know, like the good turkey with a salad and stuff like that. But like, you know, like I can't just have nothing in the morning. You know, I'll have my eggs in the morning, you know, before I go, or I'll have the shake, or if I have extra time, I'll bring the shake with me, and then I'll bring my cottage cheese, I'll bring my strawberry slices, I'll bring a banana, just like something where it's going to fuel me, because if there's other junk in the teacher's room, it's very hard to say no to. But if you have your food upstairs in your classroom, you can avoid that and just at least feel better about yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of like trick too. Like once you start eating well for a good bit of time, you really don't want that stuff anymore.
Well, for example, we always have like a treat on Saturday night, sometimes Friday night, but Saturday night, we always have a little bit of ice cream. And listen, I love my ice cream, but we haven't had it for a good month.
We haven't had it in a long time.
A long, long time. I mean, That's why I'm okay. Well, for Mother's Day, we had carrot cake and cheesecake, but that doesn't count because that was a holiday, and that was
outside the house,
and that was my day. But I mean, even for the boys now, like you found a great substitute for their little ice cream that they would always have.
So they have the Yassos now.
Yeah, the Greek.
It's like the Greek yogurt ice cream pops.
Chocolate chip cookie dough, your favorite.
They're pretty yummy too. And they eat one of them and they're good. They're not.
Yeah. Well, John did go and he goes, Mommy, are we ever going to have that nice stuff anymore? I'm like, well, listen, bud, when you go to Noah and Papa's house for a sleepover, go ahead. You know what I mean? I mean, like, but if it's going to, if they only really have a snack on like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again. But again, during the week, they're either playing baseball, they're doing judo, which is 2 hours a day, you know what I mean? And then coming up really soon, like it's going to be football, wrestling, where even they still won't have any of that junk during the week, but they're working it off. Like they're not like slouchy kids. Like they're up at 5:30 in the morning saying, hey mom, when am I going to have my yogurt for breakfast? Yeah. And that's another thing too. I know I'm talking a lot, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's like usual.
Yeah, I know. Like for breakfast, when I tell people like what they have to eat, they don't like. It's like really they'll eat that. I'm like, well, they don't have a choice. Yeah. Like Johnny likes his plain organic probiotic like vanilla yogurt with a little bit of granola on top. Danny loves his cheese stick and some crackers. Like he's not a real big eater unless he's having a bagel, but we haven't had bagels in forever either. Like I like to keep that for like a special occasion. Like when we go down to Atlantic City, hopefully in June, like that is the day that is time we'll have a little bit more, you know what I mean? But even still with that, like I don't want to have junk. Like I'd rather go out to a nice dinner, and just like hang out together, have a couple drinks, but like we're out doing something and it's for like a special occasion. Not just being home and just kind of like drinking and eating and just kind of like watching TV, like I'd rather just go out and do something like that. A
lot of those like carbs and snack stuff, at least if you do work out, like it burns off pretty quick. Yeah. Like today I lost, because we had our true fruit chocolate strawberries.
I didn't get any more of those. I couldn't find them.
That's fine.
Okay.
We're fine for tonight. But like I was up to like 206 and then I weighed myself right before class. And then we did no gi for an hour and a half, and it's
an hour and a half, not just an hour, right? Okay, so I was like, "Why are you still up there?"
With Sensei Ray, it's constant.
You don't get time to breathe.
No, we're either fighting or drilling, and he drills to the very end.
Were you in the big room or the little room?
Oh, the big room.
The big room you were in.
They do Muay Thai afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like hardcore.
Yeah. I mean, they were kind of like, they weren't really kind of getting it, but like they were kind of just tapping and stuff. But
like
it looked interesting.
When I first started, I had a couple of stripes. So like when this girl came in, she did movie Thai downstairs and she was doing judo for the first time. She was gripping me and she was like pushing her
hand.
Knuckles into me. I had a bruise all the way over here because that's what they do downstairs. Yeah. I didn't realize that. I'm like, why am I all bruised up already? Like, are you kidding me? And of course, I knocked her down.
But but whatever. But that like Brento, after class, I was 202.
You hate him, right, girls? I know. I know.
I got a ways to go. It still goes back up. I'm sure I'm back up now already. But
oh my gosh,
I have been counting my macros. I'm gonna get back to doing too.
I know. I'm gonna start doing that again too.
Because it kind of holds you accountable more.
I think I'm gonna have to eat more. That's the thing.
Well,
But Scott also said does he do that much anymore? Or does he just kind of like
knows
what he does?
Like does it off the top of his head. He kind of knows
because he eats the same thing every day, right? Now with that, do you have to change what you're eating every day, or is it just you know what I mean?
It's just you're supposed to hit I do like 200 protein, 200 carbs, and then 100 fat.
Okay.
I tend to go over on the protein. I try to stay under on the carbs, and I stay about even on the fat.
Okay.
But
that's good.
It gives you an idea of what you've eaten during the day, and maybe you got a little room left. Like there's some days when I'm below, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll have a little yasso.
Mm-hmm. I never had one of those yet.
Oh, they're yummy.
Never had it. Yeah. I just honestly, I'm just not used to eating anything after dinner anymore.
Yeah, I try to eat it right. Oh, we got to also shout out to the sugar-free snack packs.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I know. I got a whole new thing for you too today.
I was going to ask.
No,
we've been without my pudding after.
no, but do you want to know what the funny thing was? Like I was about to like get onto the BJ's was like crazy today. Like it was not a lot. Not you didn't feel a lot of people were in the store, but the line was so long. And usually when I would go there on Fridays, it would be like nothing was there, but it was like literally like all the way down. Like I was like, oh, but it moved fast. But like before I went on the line, I was like, oh crap, I forgot to get his sugar-free pudding. And I made like a beeline and I got it. And I was like, okay, we're good. I mean, I like that occasionally too. So I'll maybe have one of those tonight.
I like that because I still need a little something.
Something, yeah. Especially tonight because I'm making pasta tonight, organic pasta, you know. And that should be yummy.
What are we having with it? Meatballs?
You have a choice actually. We can do the meatballs, or I got that chicken that we can air fry and put it in there. So again, we have a little bit of a variety, but the only thing is that unless you want to have like meatballs by itself one day, chicken is usually a little bit better by itself with the veggie. Yeah. So
did you get new meatballs? Because we were out of meatballs.
I did get new meatballs. See, that's why like when I go there, you can't get everything that you want because like, for example, like the yogurt packs for Danny, they only have strawberry and he can't have just strawberry because he'll break out. He needs banana and strawberry. So when Joy and Luke go on Tuesday, they know to get that for us, you know? Yeah. Like the meat, I mean, the chicken is great. It's huge and we can cut that in half and then like we'll do one this week, then one next week, which is wonderful. But the meat, even like the chopped meat, it was like sold by tomorrow or today. And I was like, it looked fine, but I didn't want to chance it, you know? That's why for those type of things, I had to go somewhere else to get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then even I found like the London broil and stuff was over there. But again, it was the date on it I didn't really like, you know? And that's why I couldn't do it. You know, that's why sometimes like you have to go back and forth a little bit because I don't know. I get a little crazy with the meat, you know? I also got the beef kibasi. You know, we usually do it with the pierogies. I know we're not doing pierogies anymore, but it's the beef one. So it's not like it's the pork. So we can do that with something else. You know what I mean?
I threw away that entire
No, I know. I saw you did that. So I know I wouldn't have that anymore, which is fine. And those are kind of getting a pain in the ass to cook anyway.
Yeah. And we had been eating a lot of them. And
yeah.
Well, you know, shout out to my Polish brethren.
Oh, yeah. I know.
They're a little much.
But now that summer's happening soon, I know we're going to be doing a lot of like the grilling too now with like the hamburgers and, you know, the cheeseburgers, the hot dogs, you know, stuff like that.
I've been doing the yard, but we need to kind of prep that area.
We need to dedicate a day just to kind of do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, and the boys are great now. They can either play on the lawn, they can go inside and play. So I'm not even worried about that because the past couple of years, it was like, Mommy, where are you? Daddy, I need something, you know? But now it's kind of a little more calm where we can actually like, you know, I think a couple of years ago, didn't they even have my mom come over and just like kind of hang out with them just so we could go out in the yard or something?
Probably.
My mom and dad came over, they took them to the park or something, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they're definitely, they should be helping us in the yard.
Exactly, I know. Have them start pulling weeds out, make sure they're not poisonous.
Oh God, I think the gardeners one time years ago said that there was something in the back, but I've never really encountered it.
Yeah, but
speaking of the leaves and everything, there's been terrible allergies going around.
Oh my God.
Now, I don't know if it's allergies or like a cold virus that's been going around because like a bunch of people have it.
I know.
And it's like a continuing thing that's, even if you take the allergy medicine, it's not really fixing things. Yeah,
I mean, so with our boys, they still, I know this is like really bad, but like Danny's been coughing at night a lot. And I feel it's because it's either the postnasal drip that he's getting. John, not so much. I mean, but in the morning, again, like all the moms out there, you know that you check their noses and everything. If it's green, you know it's something. If it's clear, something else. And if anyone remembers, like when you had like the babies, okay, I'm not talking about the syringe pump thing. I'm talking about like the nose sucker thing. And honestly, like even when I took them to the doctor with you know, with like Dr. Jill, I was like, between you and me, Doc, like I still use it on them. They have no choice. She goes, if they will let you do it, do as much as you can. What?
Let us.
Well, I go, no, like they just have to do it because that gets so much out. Like yesterday, compared from yesterday to today, completely different. Yeah. And I know we gave John the Zyrtec and the Flonase. We gave Danny the Dayquil Kids with the honey because of his cough, I think only, and also the Flonase. But the funny thing is, Danny very rare. I mean, he'll maybe cough a little bit during the day, not so much. At nighttime is when you hear him cough. Like the other day, 2 days ago, he was coughing so much. Like it woke me up. I actually laid with him because it was getting me a little nervous. Like I was gonna be awake anyway. I would feel better if he was next. At least I know like he's okay. You know what I mean? Like, listen, when you're a mom, you barely sleep as it is or already. Like you're lucky if you get 6 hours of sleep.
That's true.
You know, but John, I got a lot of the stuff out of his nose, and it was a little bit green, but he's not the one that was. I don't know. Like even the kids in my class, like everyone is coughing and sneezing. So what I do now is whenever they come in from outside playing, I teach second grade, and I don't even really care at this point, but I make them. Not I don't care about them, but like I will take the time where I have a bathroom and a sink in my classroom. So I will go group by group and I will have them wash their hands with soap. It takes about 10 minutes, but they wash their hands with soap and they pat their faces down. So at least like any of the pollen or any of the allergies are outside with them. When they come into the classroom, they just rinse it all off. They wash it off with soap and it's seemingly getting better in the classroom. You know what I mean? Again, is it a pain in the butt to do it right after lunchtime? Of course. But, I mean, I have some kids that have some bad allergies, so it has been helpful, you know?
Absolutely.
But,
yeah, it's, I haven't really felt good this whole week either. But, again, we don't know whether it's super allergies or people getting colds or a little bit of both. And because I still take my Flonase and that helps, but I did take a Dayquil a little bit, a couple days. Yeah. And that did help, but you still kind of you don't feel great.
Well, every day in school, I do like the weather report. We go onto the weather channel and we see the radar and we look at the pollen count and everything like that. And it has been extremely high.
I heard something online, which I don't know whether it's even true or not, but so there are male and female trees.
You told my dad that at Mother's Day.
Yeah. And the male trees create the pollen and then the female trees receive the pollen, but female trees drop more seeds and stuff like that. So I had heard, I forget if it was in New York or another city or something like that, that they started planting just male trees so they wouldn't have so much stuff on the ground. But then they didn't realize that that's going to actually cause more pollen to be going around.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah, it really does.
It really makes sense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is what confuses me sometimes, okay? Like, I know spring is when everything blooms and sprouts and everything, but isn't that the entire summer? Or does that end when summer
spring
hits?
It's sprouting, and then the
summer
it's
just
kind of
it's just bloomed already, right?
And growing. Yeah.
Okay.
Spring fever. Hay fever.
Yeah. So basically, everything is kind of I don't want to say crappy, but
it's birthing now.
Yeah, but come fall, that's why I love fall. It just everyone starts to die. Yeah. Mosquitoes go back to hell where they belong and everything.
Okay.
It's true. Mosquitoes love me because I guess my blood is so sweet. Yeah. No, but have you seen the welts I would get on my legs and the boys? It's horrendous.
Yeah.
And I do not like
sensitive skin.
I have to walk around with sunscreen in one and then a bug spray in the other. I have it in my car, raring to go. I
was thinking about that the other day because I drove past Beckton's Field and I was like, we're gonna have to lather Danny up. The sunscreen because it's gonna be hot.
I mean, I'm a professional at this. When we went to Disney, not this Easter, but last Easter, I think I already said this, not one of my little family, him or the 2 boys or myself, we got sunburned. No one got sunburned. My mom, on the other hand,
Your mother did because
that's why I told her, I go, next time we go on vacation together, Mom, just come to my room and I will make sure that you are set to go.
Did your father put sunscreen on?
No, but he didn't get, he has a little bit darker skin. He doesn't really get burnt.
Darker skin than your mother.
He doesn't really get burnt. He's never got burnt in all of his life. But he'll wear the loose fitting clothing, and he'll have things down here. You know what I'm saying? He never got burnt ever. Me, on the other hand, yeah. That's why I have a special. I actually have to kind of get suited up for that. I kind of have to restock my supplies a little bit for summer because I have like a special face stick I put on the boys and you. Yeah. Also like the spray, and then we have something. I literally feel like I need like a paintbrush to like paint all you guys down.
It's always so cold when you spray it on.
I know, but it is what it is. And like, so for example, not this week because Memorial Day weekend's coming up and I only have 3 days of school. Yay. When we come back, I have actually this week is a walkathon that I'm gonna be going to where I'm gonna be wearing my long, my white thing, But then the following week is when we have our Olympics, it's actually a field day where it's on like the big, the fields down in the meadows of Lyndhurst. And I have to wear a hat. I have to wear my Olympic shirt plus another like SPF shirt. Like I won't even wear shorts because I'm afraid I'm going to get burnt. I have to wear my leggings and I literally reapply my sunscreen all day long. I actually
That's
put
not
the
good
sunscreen.
for you either, though.
What do you mean not good?
I mean, supposedly like it's worse to just completely cover yourself and then like if you forget, then you get kind of like burnt and you could have issues from that. Like,
well, yeah,
you have to have some sort of exposure to the sun.
Yeah.
Like people who work out in the sun all day don't put sunscreen on.
Well, that's my brother.
Like their skin gets used to it.
Yeah.
They actually get a little tan.
I know. I've never been
tan. Last time you were tan?
I've never been tan. I've been pink.
Did you ever go tanning?
I used to go tan with my brother actually, and I would come out looking like a lobster. Wow. I remember the one time Scott took me and that was like our thing we would do, I was in college and he goes, "Oh no." I'm like, "What?" He goes,
"That's good to hear."
He was like, "Oh no." I'm like, "Scott, you said it like twice." He's like, "Oh, I'm dead." Because we were both living at home at the time too. He was like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm so dead." I went to college the next day and they're like, "Oh my God, Cal, did something break in the tank?" I'm like, all right, everyone just leave me alone.
How long did you go in for?
Like 15 minutes.
Oh,
it was bad.
Too long? How long were you supposed to go in for?
Like 5.
Oh God.
It was bad.
Would you fall asleep?
No, I didn't know because there's different levels of tanning beds. I thought I was in the lowest level and it wasn't. It was like a higher level. I was like, oh no, I'm screwed now.
Yeah,
but anyway,
that gets me nervous too, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that was the last time I ever went, obviously. But again, like back then, like 20 years ago, that was like the thing. You go tanning on during the weekend, you go down to the shore on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? It was like if you go in the tanning bed, then you won't get burnt when you go down the shore. Didn't work for me. They were lying to me.
I mean, it did work, but too much.
Yeah, I got red and I got even more red. It was like different shades of red.
Oh God!
I'm telling you, how it was like 50 Shades of Gray. 50 Shades of Red. That's how I was. Okay.
That was a good line.
I know, wasn't it? It was pretty. I just thought that like right now too. I was like, ooh, that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, like when the boy, when Danny has his field day, we have to,
juice him up.
Yeah, and honestly, like he'll be running around, and they have all the different like things there, and I'll ask Miss Schwartz if just to keep an eye on him for me, please. Because the teachers can't apply sunscreen at all. They're not allowed to. Like, I'm not allowed to. Like, I always have to tell the kids in my class, like, make sure your mom puts it on you. And if I have written permission from your mom, I can spray it on you, but I can't rub anything on now, obviously. Spray is one thing, or if they can do it.
Yeah, that's
but
a whole, like,
it's just,
And with the pickup and with that, like, if I say it's okay, you should be able to do it.
What do you mean, like rubbing into their skin?
Yeah.
Or, well, yeah. No, I can see that.
If I say Mrs. Schwartz can apply to subject, like that's my responsibility.
No, I agree.
I don't know. Well, shifting into another topic, and then we'll go back to Memorial Day plans, of which we don't have. Yeah, of course, as always.
I told you.
There's a new principal at the intermediate school.
I'm so happy for her.
Mrs. Ryan Ann Caputo Guglamati.
Yay!
Congratulations. I've known Ryan Ann for a very, very long time. She was a grade above us. Mm-hmm. I'm super happy. Joey's on our team.
Yes.
Joey almost hit a home run.
He did, right?
The instructional.
Oh
yesterday.
my God.
So that was fun. He cranked that ball.
He did.
I think it was the good pitching.
Yes. Well, you were a little high with some of those kids pitching.
Oh, some of the kids are like 2 feet
I
tall.
know.
So
I was
Joey's
like,
like almost as tall as me.
I know.
So that's why it worked out good. But you got to give it a little zing on it.
If you don't, then the ball's not going to go anywhere.
Right. So he got it right on and
Good
hit
for
it
him.
a good, halfway into the outfield.
He'd be killing it in the upper division too.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah,
so I was really happy to
her.
hear about that. I don't even know who was the principal. I know
it was an interim. I think actually
the business
Abra
administrator
was the interim. I'm pretty sure.
As the
middle school interim, yeah.
Yeah, and what he's the
superintendent.
Superintendent, right. Yeah, I guess so. That's good.
I'm so happy for her. She told me she starts July 1st when I was talking to her yesterday.
Nice.
I was like, "Are you so?" I said to her, I was like, "Oh, they're gonna have such a good time. They're gonna just get that school, where it needs to be, and because she has special ed behind her too." Yes.
Round those kids up.
As soon as Danny gets to the middle school, Danny, we know this one too.
That's right. Well, he's got a couple of years now. And they're just doing 5th and 6th in
as of right now, just 5th and 6th. She said maybe again, like this is like off the record. We're we were just like kind of like chatting, But I was, because now there's a lot more sections going to be at Doyle. So, but they are taking a whole grade level out, so there's going to be empty classrooms.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
That's good. I know there've been we've had teachers from my grades and stuff like that, but principal's pretty big deal.
That is a big deal. Yes.
So we'll see if she can get the kids in line and ready for the high school, and hopefully get the kids ready to raise the scores in the high school, which
I'm curious.
Nobody's really addressed yet still.
Here's the thing. I am very curious because I know Doyle was named I don't know if it was named a Blue Ribbon School or it got some type of an award. And I'm sorry, I don't know what the exact award is. But I'm curious to see how when these kids move on to the intermediate school and the high school, if it changes, you know what I'm saying? Because they're getting all these services and all this great technology at Doyle, which is great. I mean, that's really great that the younger children are getting exposed to this, but it needs to carry through,
of course.
And like yesterday when I was talking to Brianna when she was doing my hair, shout out to the OG. I love her. She made me look really, really pretty with my hair. It was so bad before. We were talking about that and how, you have to, as a parent, if you see something with your child, not happening or, you think your child needs more services, you have to push for it. Because I know for a fact, how slow some processes can go through if the teacher and the parent don't push. You know what I mean?
Now, does each school have its own budget? Or is it just an overall budget?
It depends. Okay. So the district as itself, the Woodridge district has their own budget. It has salary. It has, just kind of maintenance and stuff like that. Depending on each branch, special ed, as you get into the high school and stuff like that, there are different budgets for different grade levels and different subjects. In the younger grades, it's just really one big pot, basically. Mm-hmm. So for teachers always get a budget for next year's school supplies.
But now, what about the budget for hiring teachers? Is that all one budget?
I'm not really sure. I think it has to stay under 2% as a whole as it increases. So I know in Lyndhurst.
Well, that's the property taxes. They can't increase.
Yes,
but they haven't increased taxes here in years.
And I think that's kind of the problem. Not that I want taxes increased at all, but I know in Lyndhurst they are doing $7 million or whatever, and everyone's taxes are getting increased by $1,000. And only because I know, because my parents live there, But with that, they're getting new programs, they're getting more resources for the teachers, they're getting upgrades with things, and they, in the high school, they're doing AP courses. They have all these different programs that the kids are able to do. It all kind of goes into each other,
There's a lot of schools now talking about making cuts. I think Nutley was talking about cutting a bunch of sports programs and a bunch of stuff. There's one, I want to say maybe Lacey down kind of down south. But they're proposing cutting all sports.
Really? So like in the high school or just like
high school.
But now I think that's horrible because then
I mean, of course, but if they don't have any money, like what do you know?
But then you have those like junior and senior kids that maybe they're prospects for college. Like you kind of really screw them because then they have to go out and find a club team, and it's not really easy to do. You know, I mean, I don't think that's fair. I really don't.
I mean, if they put a referendum out and it gets voted down, like what do you have no choice. You can't just keep taking money.
No, I agree. It's very hard decisions. You know, but
well, good luck to Mrs. Guglamati.
Yes.
Hopefully she does well. And if not, we're going to come after you too. That's right.
She's a great person, but I feel she's going to be strict but fair.
Yeah, I think
and that's what you need. You know?
Joey's a good kid, so.
Oh, he's so sweet. Every single time I talk to that kid, I'm like, oh, he's such a good kid. And I always surround, I'm like, oh, he's such a good kid. Oh.
All right. I put down Memorial Day plans, which is basically just us cleaning out and demoing the garage.
But do you want to know what? I mean, honestly, like, I love going to Memorial Day parties and barbecues and stuff, but no, I mean, here and there, not like all the time. But like, it's just so much preparation.
Yeah.
And I mean,
when did we do the one party? Was it we did a Labor Day party or?
Was it Labor Day? Yeah, I think just Tara. It was fun. Yeah. It was a great time, and your barbecue and everything was great. It was just like, well, like, do you remember after everyone left, we were outside and we were like being silly. We had a couple of drinks. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes I just want to. If we have things to do in the house, I just want to get things done in the house, or just like
we don't get any time. Like we get no days off these days, so like
no, I mean like
it's actually nice to have a little day off. Wow, I really do get a farmer's tan going.
I know you do. It's so cute.
It's like I have 3 shirts on.
Oh my gosh! But even like
just here though, not here.
Oh my god! Lights on, lights off.
The
lights
clapper.
But like even after the podcast, you know, like I'm not going upstairs to like do nothing. It's
I
either
take all the stuff down. I gotta start editing the podcast.
I mean, I have about an hour and a half to fold some clothes, you know, switch the laundry,
I'm
clean up.
I need another snacky myself.
Oh, but you know, it's just like a nonstop thing, and let alone like tests I was supposed to grade over the weekend that I never get to. You know what I mean?
It's just nonstop. Monday, you and I both train. Tuesday, I have to go to work early. We train at night. The boys train. We have baseball this week.
Day. Yeah.
Wednesday, you and I both train. Thursday, we all 4 of us train again. Friday,
we drop.
Friday's like the only day we kind of had nothing to do at night. But then if we got baseball games, and
but that's like, but like on Monday, you didn't even say like how like you're doing the fishing podcast, you're editing stuff. I'm
fishing podcast Wednesday nights, but
But like I'm upstairs trying to catch up on the laundry, putting things away, trying to clean whenever I can, and then the same thing on Wednesday. You know, it's just nonstop. And again, like I know when the boys get older, we're gonna like miss, you know, having them like go to games and train and stuff like that. But it's just a lot right now, you know.
Yeah.
Like this week, I have school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't have school Thursday, Friday. We're off on Monday for Memorial Day, and I'm off on Tuesday also because we have 3 unused snow days. I thought we were gonna get slammed with snow this year, but we didn't. But on Thursday, Johnny has his field day where since I have the certificate where I can help out. And his teacher was like, "Hey, do you want to help us?" Because like she knows I can handle the children, you know.
Right.
So I'm like, "Yeah, I'll bring water and I'll help and like I'll help out." So that's from 8:30. So after I drop off Danny at school, gotta run down to County Park with John, and then I mean we're only there till like 12 o'clock, whatever. And then I know my parents are picking up Danny for us, so we don't have to kind of like so Thursday and Friday you don't have to pick him up, which is good. And then John I think John's off on Friday. No, he has a half a day on Friday. Danny has a half a day on Friday. So I'm scooping them up. And then my parents are going to watch them while I go to the doctor. And then it's like crazy. And then on Monday, Memorial Day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we're going to try to clean out the garage and kind of get that set. Monday you're working, then we're going to Six Flags, on Tuesday. So fun day for that.
Make sure it's open.
I'll check it out. Don't worry. I'll check it out.
After Memorial Day, I think they go like more full force.
Yeah, it was nice though when we went there.
I don't think like they're open fully during the week now.
I'll check it out, Yeah. And if not, we have to make time on like the weekend or something to go because the boys are like full.
That's all they do now is watch.
You know what I mean?
They don't want to go on the roller coasters. Anything's got a loop-de-doop.
I know. Loop-de-loop.
Loop-de-loop. But like they just watch like roller coasters on YouTube constantly.
I know. And do you want to know what? Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it works for me.
But yeah, and then that week is just... It just doesn't stop until the end of the school year because then I just looked at the calendar. Like, in my notes, I'm going to, a couple of things apply, but like not the first week of June, but the second week of June, we have John's graduation. We have Danny's field day. We have Danny's spring concert. We have the kindergarten screening. I have kindergarten orientation I have to go to. So I didn't even put any of these days into my school yet because I have to take all these half days.
Oh,
where and the thing is like I can't even have my parent. Like, I need to be there to do this stuff, And the kindergarten orientation you're getting off the hook with. Just so you know, I have to go there. I'm gonna see if Christine wants to come with me.
When is he graduating?
It's on the Tuesday, June 10th, but I'll take a video, obviously. And then the next day, on Wednesday, is Danny's spring concert in the morning. It's
what time is spring concert?
8:45.
Oh, good. We still go to judo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But then with that, at least, so John will be, he will graduate the day before, so I don't have to run to Sacred Heart anymore. So I can just kind of like bring Danny then. But it's just so much going on. We don't have to make those
pre-K payments anymore either. Which will
last one in 2 weeks. That's it. Sweet. Finito. The only thing else we have to do is just get teacher gifts. We're doing gift cards this year. Just plain gift cards. Here you go. That is the best thing actually.
Because you got a bunch of flowers for Teacher Appreciation Day, and they were dead immediately.
I know. It was so sweet though. They were really cute. But I also got gift cards too. Oh, that's good. Yeah, teachers just want gift cards. Like they don't.
Yeah, you're not big on keeping plants alive.
Lori always yells at me. I have a plant in my classroom that a little girl gave to me. She's keeping it alive for me. It's really pretty.
It's very simple.
I know. Just water them. I know.
All right, Kelly. Well, get to your announcements so we can go up and beat the children because they're starting to rumble again.
I know. Okay, so yeah. Okay, this actually fell. Grade 3 testing is continuing. Friday, May 23rd, which I was talking about, 12:28 dismissal. Then they also have off on May 26th and 27th, the Monday and Tuesday. A little bit ahead of time, we have on May 30th is the grade 1 Pirates and Princess Dance. It's on a Friday from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. With that, I haven't had any. I tried to communicate with some people about chaperoning. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm going to be asking the future principal about that.
Okay.
Principal Gugu Mata. June 11th is the spring concert for grades 1 through 3. It's on different time schedules, so that'll be good so everyone can see. There's no tickets or anything, which is great. Summer rec. The last day is May 30th to sign up for your child. It's $150 per kid. It runs from June 30th to August 1st. If you want to know what the children will be doing, there are calendar of events on the Woodridge Rec website. Cheering and football signups are still open. We have to make sure we sign up our children because we have not done that yet. Practices start August 11th for football, and cheerleading starts July 22nd. I have a whole list of things today.
Okay. Sweet.
And the games begin September 13th. I am so excited. I already have like in my mind because like on Saturdays is going to be a very long day for us because we have Johnny doing flag, then Danny doing pads. So I already have an idea in my head of like the bag I'm going to be bringing. We have like football mom on there. I'm going to get a dark navy blue. So it's like go, Blue Devils. So
Blue Devils are royal blue, Kelly.
Okay, do you want to know I didn't order it yet? So it's even perfect. Royal blue. So I'm going to have a whole thing of that. So I'm going to be all ready with all my little, things in there.
Are you getting that new like Crocs kind of bag that
yes, I
everyone's talking
am.
about?
Because you want to know why?
Because you could stick gibbets or whatever in them.
Well, that, and because if it rains, it won't get like messy or dirty. It'll just kind of slide off, and it'll be nice and neat for me.
It's funny how much we wear Crocs now when we used to talk so much snack.
Oh, I know, but I love them.
I do too.
Well, I actually kind of want to get like new ones for the boys too. I know the boys want like different ones too. They love the ones that they have,
I'm
but
sure they're going to be growing out of them soon.
No, I know. Sport mode.
Oh God.
Okay, sorry. And also coming soon, I'm gonna start shooting instructional videos right here in our basement once we clean it out a little bit. Our studio, yes. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna have, I'm gonna set up like a little classroom type of a thing. Not obviously like a whole full blown one, but just like the necessities, calendar, pocket charts. I'm gonna be infusing language arts and math and writing, going from grades pre-K 4 up until second grade. So it's all really like the primary grades. Again, it's coming soon within maybe like a month or two, like, you probably full force in the summertime, but, I will be putting the standards up of what I'm focusing on, the grade level, different ways to differentiate the lesson. And, again, see how that goes from there. I will have guest appearances with Danny and Johnny, which is great because, Johnny's going into kindergarten. Danny's going into second grade. So it'll be a nice little range of, teaching and learning for the kids.
Nice.
So yeah, be on the lookout for that in the next like month and a half ish. And that is it for me.
Nice.
That's it for me. But
yeah. Oh, good. Everyone else should also check out if you're interested in the fishing. I am the producer of New Jersey's #1 fishing podcast, along with another sort of Woodridge / Moonachie parent, Joe Santiago. And shout out new parent, Chris Pereira, he lives like out in the sticks. But we do an episode each week. It comes out on Fridays. We've done 105 episodes now.
How many years? I mean, it's been like at least
2.5 years,
right? Yeah, that's great.
We have we're monetized fully on there, so we make a couple bucks. We're just about to hit 20K on Instagram, 10K on Facebook. We have 4,500 subscribers on YouTube.
It's amazing.
So honestly, I've never fished before, maybe like once or twice. I'm not a fishing guy. I don't really have anything against fishing, but I'm not going in the water.
So cruises are out for us.
If you are a fan of fishing, it is honestly, in my opinion, the best fishing podcast, especially that focuses on New Jersey. Mm-hmm. We have a guest each week. We've had Ted Nugent on. We've had Mike Iannuzzi or whatever. He's like a famous, he has a podcast himself.
Oh, does he?
So he probably thinks he's the New Jersey's #1 fishing podcast, but we're more specifically just on New Jersey.
And that's how it should be, honestly. Because I mean, how are you going to know anything better than your own state?
Yeah. And apparently it's really crazy, like how much information there is and how much.
Yeah.
We had a guy who does it's Heroes on the Water. They do like trips for veterans.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really great.
Yeah. So that was really nice. Also, if you need any branded apparel promotional products, we have Jan Promotions, the Meadowland's #1 promotional products company since 1980. Not the person on Hackensack Street or the guy from Hasbrook Heights. Well, to be fair, the guy from Hasbrook Heights, I designed pretty good. He's a nice guy. I don't necessarily have any beef with him, but the people on Hackensack Street, they don't know what they're doing. So not shout out to them. And if you need any uniforms, promotional products, so pens, bags, branded towels, branded baseballs, stress relievers, back scratchers, anything you need, let us know, janpromotions.com. Some of our biggest clients are a lot of the universities and the public institutions like the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office, Rutgers, Felician. Used to get a lot from Monmouth, and then we don't get a lot from them anymore, although I'm a Monmouth alumni, so sort of shout out Monmouth.
Well, I can't wait to get my mom's Woodridge mom's football jersey soon.
Yes.
And my judo sweatshirt.
Yes.
Mom's.
And you do shirts for your class at the end of each year.
Yeah. So last year, it was actually my last kindergarten class that I did. I don't want to give them junk. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and again, there's a lot of them, so you really can't get like a lot of stuff for 25 kids. You know, it costs a lot of money. You know. So what we did last year was we created a T-shirt, And I actually have the upstairs. I should have brought down. Had all their names on. It said Mrs. Sally and Miss Lori's kindergarten class. It had the year and all their names on the chalkboard. It was really cute. They loved it. And I actually wrapped it up like a diploma.
Aww.
So this year, what I'm going to do, since the second grade is leaving, well, we're all leaving Memorial, but they're leaving to go to third grade. I'm going to wrap up like a, I'm going to do like a different design, I think, this year. Cause
have to do the different design.
Cause they're older too. We're going to do a different design, put all their names on there. And I'm going to take a picture, from the Olympics, all of us together. And I'm going to get a picture for each of them and put it in the packet for them. I think they really like it,
Nice.
But I'll just send out to the parents, like what size, I'm working on a special gift for the children, what size, do they need? And they really liked them last year. The parents loved it last year. I usually give it to them the day before, let's say, a school, because then on the Friday, they'll all wear them, and then we'll take a nice little end of the school year picture.
Aw,
It was really nice.
adorable.
And it was actually his idea to do a t-shirt. I was like, oh, we can do that. That's actually easy for us to do.
That's right.
We have everything here.
You're going to be learning how to do a lot of this stuff soon this summer.
Oh, I know.
so-
I know.
so Daddy doesn't have to
I have
do
a
all the work.
feeling. But
Oh, good. Very good, Kelly. Remember before the episode when we were like, oh, we don't really have anything to talk about.
I told you.
Now it's an hour.
Oh, I told you. Whenever we just kind of start chit-chatting with things.
The organic.
Organically, yes.
Fantastic.
I am a professional at chit-chatting, apparently,
Oh,
remember?
You are
You see how it comes in handy with
well
these things?
versed at versing.
Do you see how it comes in handy?
It sure does.
There you go.
All right, Kelly. Well, I love you.
I love you too.
And we love you too. Peace.
Have a great May.